All right. What's up, everybody? Today we're talking about the themes and motifs in Allies. Before we get started, let's explain why themes and motifs are important. Themes help create a deeper connection with the audience and also can reflect the issues in society, providing a new perspective and also creating a necessary dialogue. Simply put, they help elevate a show beyond just entertainment. So in this series, we'll be exploring some of the most impactful themes in Allies. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to follow us along on this journey. So one of the major things in Allies is family dynamics. In the story of Allies, we detail the life of Steve. Steve is a family man who is attempting to do right, to lead his son, teach him the right ways, but then also has to navigate being in the criminal underworld.
Haven't seen you in 3 weeks. You're my son.
The first time that we meet Raheem, Steve's son, is outside of the corner store. Steve is attempting to save his son from the streets, from the gangs, and from a life that leads nowhere.
You missed 3 weeks worth of training. Now we gotta work overtime for the next fight. Hell no.
It ain't no next fight for me, bro.
As every teenage son is, he's rebellious. He doesn't want to listen. He feels like he knows the answers. You can't tell him anything. So we see that inner conflict behind Steve wanting his son to take boxing more serious, stay out the streets, do something constructive.
What I just said, it ain't no next fight. Can you not hear some shit, nigga?
Lots of drama in that scene. So let's take a look at it, right? Even if you aren't a double agent infiltrating a criminal underworld, you could probably relate to this scene just off of the dynamics of a father wanting his son to do right. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters. No family is perfect, and definitely not Steve's family. And what's really interesting about this is as the season progresses, you start to see how intertwined Steve's family life and his professional life and how those lines get blurred and creates tension throughout the show. What would you do for your family? Would you get in a shootout? Would you put yourself in harm's way?
I am in. I see the bomb. Yes.
What would you do to protect your family?
You have to call me. I need to know where you are so I can help. I can't help if I don't know.
An additional theme we have in Allies is moral ambiguity. As the show progresses, you start to realize that people may or may not be who they present themselves as, and the lines between good and evil, right and wrong gets blurred.
We have to get inside and disarm this bomb without causing a scene. Someone is trying to take out a witness who has seen too much.
This isn't what we do. It's like, are you listening to yourself right now?
There's a series of complex motivations that drives each character to do the things that they do and be the person that they present themselves as. They aren't doing this for no reason. They aren't doing this in a vacuum. The concept of moral ambiguity can be highlighted in none other than the first scene in the first episode, where Steve threatens Paul with his life in order to help him rid the streets of the Aviv Mafia, an underground crime organization that's been wreaking havoc on the city for years.
You can look like that all you want to, but if you're too weak to keep up, I'll kill you.
Now the question is, does the end justify the means? That's a question Steve is confronted with as the events of the story play out. And you'll see how he struggles with the concept of morality and the concept of wanting to walk the straight and narrow. But hey, life is going to be life. And when you're Steve, it can get kind of hectic.
If you ever change your mind, I need anything. I'm here for you.
So in the world of Allies, the theme of power dynamics comes up over and over and over again. This is very important because it happens on two fronts, not just in the criminal underground world, but also their personal relationships. We're dealing with powerful families that have been for better or for worse, a staple in the community for years. And when Steve comes around and he pokes the hornet's nest, people will do whatever it takes to obtain and to hold on to power.
Let's drop the damn evidence somewhere.
No, not doing that. And you'll do us out of wrecked. And you?
This is gone now. I have open command on this. I say we leave this bag, secure and store that evidence, take that car, and head out.
You can leave 15 mil and a murder weapon to a U.S. congressman if you want. I'll take you out. You pick.
Another important theme of Allies is the concept of survival, both physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, all of the above. The characters are presented with danger, and they are forced to make decisions to find ways to help them stay alive. Let's look at Steve's case, for example. Whether it's saving his son from the streets.
So where you been? Haven't seen you in 3 weeks. You're my son.
Ducking shootouts.
I'm out of bullets. Somebody give me a fucking gun.
So to recap, themes help create an emotional resonance. They help grip the audience. You get to know the characters on a deeper level. They can help give a show a sense of purpose and a sense of direction, making it more meaningful for audiences. It's also easier to write for a show that has clearly defined themes and motifs throughout.